I was just performing the Houston Youth Symphony Viola audition excerpt for String Orchestra from The Emerald Falcon by Richard Meyer. I kind of felt like a superhero while I was playing that, and that's sort of the vibe that we have to come across with this excerpt in particular. There's lots of different bow strokes and dynamics and a lot of energy and vitality in this work. So, ways to master this excerpt. Well, first off, listen to the piece. The good news is that when you type into YouTube, where I recommend listening to it, is that there are lots of performances and recordings of this. If you type in just Meyer, The Emerald Falcon. And I listened to a few of them, and there's slightly different tempos and slightly different styles, but overall you can still get the gist of what we talked about a couple of seconds ago, this kind of really energetic, vivacious playing style. So when you're listening to this, it's also important to know where this excerpt lies in the music. And it seems like on average, this excerpt fell about 1 minute and 6 seconds into the piece. As you're listening, you'll hear the violas come in at that part pretty well if you're listening. So I would maybe scrub to about 1 minute in and start listening for it there. Follow along with your part, make sure that you're counting. You don't necessarily need to play along with it with your bow, but you could always do it with your left hand if you wanted to. Of course, you can use your bow, but sometimes the intonation between what we've tuned in person and how something comes across digitally makes us sound out of tune, and we don't want to mess with your good intonation work that you're doing. So a few tricky things in this. In the very beginning, in measures 49, 50, 51, and 52, those big shifts, it's important to really get them in tune. Something that I love to do is drone a note. And I have an app that I use for droning. I would recommend maybe droning an F. Then you can really tune that. And you can really hear that how that B natural fits with the F. If you don't have a droning app, you can also type in cello drone F in YouTube. Yeah, we don't play the cello, but it's a great octave that there's many videos of hours long of just F, just for those 4 measures, not for the whole piece. One thing as well is to make sure it's 72 when we're doing those downs, and we should keep doing them for all of the E's, is that we're not rushing and that we're getting a good tone. I like to pretend that I'm scooping it out with my bow and adding a little bit of vibrato so they don't sound too harsh. Also, I skipped ahead a little bit, in measure 57, making sure that's a little bit brushy in our stroke. And then there's lots of accidentals in the measure before 80 and the half measure before that as well. So maybe droning a D flat would be good to tune that measure, but making sure I'm practicing like a billion times slower than I just played that. But those are some tricky measures to make sure that you are really getting great. Another thing that's kind of fun is really pacing the crescendo that starts in measure 57 all the way to where we truly get a fortissimo in measure 69. So in measure 67, really save your bow once you're on that up bow. Save and then spin it. I'm doing that really at the frog. So this is a really fun excerpt to work on. Also, work on it backwards. I don't literally mean play the notes backwards, but start from the end of the excerpt. Maybe start at measure 80 or so, and then go in 4 measure increments till you get to the top. That's because oftentimes we start practicing our excerpts at the beginning, and then before you know it, we have to go finish our homework or go eat dinner or something like that. So practice your excerpts from the end so that you can teach your brain what to expect as it goes through when you start from the beginning. So I'm going to play this one more time, and then we'll do it at different tempos. Kind of trying to find my metronome here. And so when you are performing this for your audition video, you want to play it as if you have prepared it very well for a lesson for when you play it. So making sure that it's prepared at the highest level possible to showcase your ability to be in time, be in tune, and also play musically. So here. Okay, let's play it slowly now. I'm going to put it really slow. This is quarter note at 80, just so we can make sure that we're really focusing on intonation, dynamics, bow stroke, rhythm, all those good things. I will count us off 1 full measure before coming in. 1, 2, 3, 1. So again, that was a quarter note equals 80. Now let's bump up the tempo a little bit. I'm gonna put it on, this might feel like a big change. In your own practice time, please bump it up in even smaller increments, but let's try it at 120. That seems like a good kind of medium tempo. 1, 2, 3, 1. That was at 120. You may have heard that I almost played a B flat at measure 80. So that would be every time I make a mistake or something, I'm gonna write it in to make sure it doesn't happen again. So we have that B natural that I'm going to totally play the last time that I play it through. So again, please work up incrementally. If you start at quarter note equals 60, then go 80, then go 100, that sort of thing. It might feel like it takes a long time, but it really won't take too much of your time. And plus, that's a great way to practice, because if you can play it well slow, then you can certainly play it at a quarter note equals 140, which is what we're going to play it at right now. And I'm totally gonna play that B natural in measure 80. One, two, three, one. Thank you for working on this excerpt from the Emerald Falcon with me. I hope that you enjoy working on it as much as I have. It's a really fun piece, and please listen to it, practice slowly, build it up to speed, play with a drone, all those good things, and good luck on your audition. Thank you.